Good afternoon, y'all. And it is just afternoon. I'm at work. I'm on a bit of a break, lunch break. And I just wanted to do a little quick video, first of all, to touch base and emphasize on a few things that I think a lot of people don't really like to maybe discuss because they don't know how it is for other people or what to expect. I guess the majority of this would be in regards to the depression that comes along with this journey. That it doesn't always, but it can, because it's a very long journey. It's a long process, and it can be very discouraging and depressing, to say the least. Now, one instance that may bother many people is your speech. Now, you go without teeth. Some of you may have. I had to go without bottoms because this is my second go. The first time I had temporaries, when I attempted to have this done, my bottoms had the holes in them for my abutments, but after that all went south, I had to have that ground down to where it was just a flat denture. There were no holes, but by then it was so shallow it didn't fit on the ridge, so there was no wearing it at that point. And so I looked completely different than I did before. That was depressing. The speech, not being able to talk the same, sound the same, and people always going, "What? Where are you from? Where's your accent from?" Stuff like that. And you're like, "I don't have an accent." And you don't really want to get into that long, drawn-out conversation. So there's that. And then for you ladies, us women out there, you know how we are, trying to look good all the time. And, when you're not having your teeth in your mouth, whether you have temporaries, your permanent dentures, snap-in dentures, or you are going without like I am for a while, it changes the shape of your face. And that's something hard that can be difficult to deal with, seeing yourself looking so differently. That can happen, which also would change the way many of us do our makeup. Contouring and blush and things like that. And so there's that. Your hair. Maybe before your hair looked good when you pulled it up. Maybe now it doesn't. Or you're just not used to it, or you're not sure. And you second guess yourself on a lot of these things, and it can cause a little bit of sadness. And when it doesn't look like it used to, it can also cause your motivation to go out the window. I mean, I didn't have any. I didn't want to go anywhere. When my kids would come to visit, "Hey, let's go, play Top Golf or something like that." I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to be seen like this. And so it definitely puts strain and stress on your family as well, your relationships, not only with your spouse, your significant other, but your children. It does. And you don't do it intentionally, so please don't get me wrong. Just be aware of these things, because I think if you're aware of them going in, then you can better explain it to your loved ones. Look, this is nothing against you. It's not that I don't want to be with you, or not that you're more important. I'm trying really hard here. And I know it can sound like you're being selfish because you don't like the way you look and you don't want to go out in public. And your kids may take it personal. And I can understand their perspective as well. But it's a journey, and, everybody goes through it differently, kind of like grieving. Eventually I did. I mean, as you can see, I'm at work and I don't have any bottom teeth in my mouth, because it got to the point where I had to pick myself up and say, look, this is going to end. It's going to end. And when it does, you're going to be so happy. Don't let the rest of your body suffer from fatigue or other issues because you're getting depressed. Try to stay up. It's hard to do, and it's very difficult to do. My husband on occasion would have to tell me, "Hey, look, stop." So there's that. And then, like I know I wear glasses. The glasses will look different with your face shape different. Maybe your sunglasses would look different. Things that you're going to notice and you may not want to talk to other people about, or how does this look, or you're afraid they're going to notice. Um, Coming to terms with the fact that some things are going to be different looks wise for the rest of your life. Um, Try not to dwell on that, because at the end of the day, remember where it all started. And I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm not trying to upset anybody or hurt anybody. I'm just being honest, and I'm speaking from my perspective. I remember thinking, wow, I'm never going to look like that again. And now I can't wear this pair of sunglasses. And now I have, my hair doesn't look like it did when my face was shaped like this. And you can really get caught up in that, in the negativity. And there's enough of that in the world right now. But remember why you did it. Always go back to, why did I do it? Why did you do it? For me, it was, I wanted to be able to smile, and be able to eat what I want. I haven't been able to eat, I'll be honest, I want to eat a big old bowl of croutons with ranch dressing. Not gonna lie. That and my peanut M&Ms, I miss them terribly. That would be great. Salad would be great, to be able to chew up salad. So, remember why you did it. Mine wasn't as much for the food as it was being able to smile. My kids are grown. We've never had family photos taken. Now you can't get that back. But remember why. You can't get things back, but you can move forward from here. I'm just being honest, trying to enlighten you. Now, is this a little easier for me to say as I'm closer to the end of my road? Yes, but keep this in mind too. My road was a lot longer, because this is my second go with this whole thing. So it's been almost 2 years for me. That is very depressing and discouraging, to say the least. So, there will be times when you're like, I can't see any light at the end of this tunnel. And then when you think you've pulled yourself up a little bit and you're like, okay, we can do this, it's coming, it won't be long now, there'll be a setback. Maybe you go for the final snap-in and they don't fit right for some reason. You thought they had it right, or the wax try-ins look completely different. The teeth are too big or too small, or, in my case, I had bone growth between my implant and my abutment, and I had to go back in and be sedated for them to take care of that. That's going to happen, but, and it is discouraging, and it's, can be depressing, and can make you angry. And I know we tend to take it out on the ones we love the most, and those who are closest to us. And remember them on this journey. And when you do, that's when you kind of say, you know what, so what if I look like this? My family loves me, and you have to love you. You have to love you, because this doesn't make you who you are. This does. So remember that. And half the time when you go out in public, the people you see, you're probably never going to see them again anyway. But is it valuable to your kids to spend time with you? Yeah. And that's what it's about. It's pushing through and doing the right thing regardless. I always say at the end of my videos, and smile anyway, because they're contagious. No matter what you think of your smile, smile. That's all I can say. Other than that, that was really what I wanted to emphasize. And if you have any questions, no matter what they are, really, don't hesitate to message me at the bottom. If you have questions, I'll either reply back, or if you have a topic more specific that you want me to talk on or discuss, put it down there in the comments. And everybody else that's watching, please subscribe to my channel. It's what gives me the drive to do this, to help other people. I've been through this, like I said again, twice. I just want to be completely honest with everybody. And I had horrible anxiety when it came to dentists all my life. So you can imagine my first failure of this, what it was like the second go around. So there's that too. I will tell you, I do have the standard size implants, not the minis. I have 5 on the bottom in case any of you haven't seen my other videos. And currently in the locator stage, and I've already had my wax block bite, and then I had my wax try-ins, which were beautiful. I shared that video, and then the 24th of this month, so 8 more days, I go for my final snap-in. I am keeping in mind at this point if there's anything about them that I don't like. At this point, I'm almost there. I'm going to make sure they're the way I want them to be. But yeah, I really wanted to stress to you all about the stress, the depression, the anger, the frustration, the lack of motivation, interaction with family members. All of those things are things that people don't think about. I know the first time I went in, I'm like, oh, I'll be fine, because I know eventually I'm finally going to have beautiful teeth. I'm going to be able to smile. I'm going to be able to eat what I want. I'm going to be fine. It's you know, no, no, it didn't. I knew in June when I had the first go round, I had it done in a quicker process. So my first trip in, they did the extractions, put the implants in, and the abutments. That was my first visit in June. And I knew it was going to be September before I got my permanents. And even that to me was like, oh, you know. And I really thought, I'm starting it. It's okay. I'm going to get there. I'm going to keep a great attitude. Yeah, not so much. I mean, granted, I had a lot of bumps along the way with that one. It was rushed. You have to remember, when they're putting implants in your jaw, that is a foreign object in your body. And I mean, I used to work in the OR in surgery and, you know, implants. We do implants on other parts of the body as well. And a lot of times, you know, people have, their body wants to reject it. Kind of like, I know when I was like 16 and I got my ears pierced for the first time, my ears rejected them. I had to wait and get it done again, and even then it rejected them, and I had to go back a third time. Maybe some of you have gotten belly button rings and your body just rejects it. There are things like that. And so those are some things that can happen. And I felt like in my case with my body, there was a lot of that. Again, like I said before, though, the reason mine failed the first time wasn't on any part of my own. It was because the dentist, the irrigation that he used while he was putting in my implants was very small and not significant enough to cool down the bone, and he in turn burned the bone, killing it, so there was no ossification to the implants themselves. So I'm just grateful that, you know, I kind of knew something was up, and you'll know. But again, if you have any questions, I just wanted to take a few minutes real quick on my lunch break here to talk about all of these stresses and depressions and things like that. Again, please subscribe to my channel, y'all. I love helping. I honestly do. And if you ask my opinion, I am going to give it to you gently, but it's going to be the truth. And if you ask what happened to me specifically, I'm going to tell you the truth. Otherwise, there's no point in me doing this if I'm not going to be honest. So again, please subscribe and leave me comments. And if there's a question you have or something you want me to talk about, let me know. Y'all have a blessed day. And remember, keep smiling. They are contagious. Bye-bye.